if we are in the key of A, what chord would likely be next? Here's what's written from low to high. And together you get this sound. All right, so what do we have going on here? The notes from low to high are A, G, C sharp, then on top we have an E. To build the chord, what we want to do is stack these notes into ascending thirds, skipping every other letter name of the musical alphabet. We can choose different notes as the root, but in this case, our best option is to label A as the root, because now we can get all of the notes as chord tones. We're just going to stack ascending thirds. A up a third is C sharp up a third is an E, and then E up a third is a G. And now we get all of the notes as chord tones. We have root, third, fifth, and seventh. Okay, so this is some kind of A chord, and it's some kind of A7 chord because we have the G, the seventh on top. Now to figure out the quality of the chord, we have to look at the intervals between the notes, okay? A up to C sharp is a major third, is 4 half steps. C sharp up to E is a minor third, is 3 half steps. Major third plus minor third, that is the recipe for a major chord. So this is an A major chord, and we have a seventh on top. So this is an A7 chord or a dominant 7. We have a G natural as the seventh of the chord, and that's going to be a minor seventh above the root, or it's a minor third above the fifth of the chord, okay? That's the recipe for a dominant 7 chord, or just A7. If it was G sharp on top, that would be a major 7 chord, and there's a difference between those. So the fact that it's G natural is important, okay? Now, if we were in the key of A, how would this chord function? Well, you might think, well, this is a tonic chord or a 1 chord because it's an A chord, and you would be right, except for the seventh of the chord here, being a G natural. This major chord plus a minor seventh on top, this is the recipe for a dominant chord. And remember, dominant 7 chords only can function as 5 chords in major keys. So this has to be a 5 of something. It's a secondary function chord. 5 of what? Well, think of the note A, okay, or the A7 chord. A7 is a 5 chord of what note or in what key? Well, it would be the key of D or the note D, right? And in the key of A, which is what we're in for this example, the note D is the 4th scale degree. So this chord here in the key of A would be functioning as 5 of 4, okay? Now, that means what chord would likely be next after this one in a piece when you're in the key of A? Very likely the next chord you would see would be a D major chord or a 4 chord, okay? So that's your answer. I hope that all makes sense. I know that's kind of a lot. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.